Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the north side as the Amber Blaze Olaf, we got SKOP. On the south side as the Jade Sun Max, we got ZeroShow. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't think I have a cast of the game on this map. I do see a transport or a lander for both sides. No, I think I actually casted it once before. Got an anti-air here protecting the comm tower. Also a pipe seam here to prevent movement. You have to go around and through a forest. There's also a shore here to let entry go this way. But you can go around it through the forest. So another pipe seam will make stuff move faster. Got a recon here. Both players do start off with one health missile, which can be machine gunned down. Olaf's recon's heading down south the winter. And Max's recon could be spotted there. Howdy. Just pushing forward with the capturing. There's also a pair of compounds in the center of the map. To go either way. It's definitely contestable, but it's pretty safe for one player for each one. Recon does get to the forest there. So far you missed two games. A pretty good game between Kindle and Drake. Another good game versus Lash versus Andy. Let's strike this pipe seam. Tank now boosted forward by the lander. Recon infantry. Recon does strike infantry. Both players' missiles in the center of the map, ready to shoot down civilian airliners. Max has pulled back his missile. He may not reveal his recon just yet since it's on top of force. Decides not to limit the recon. Recon's effectively a slow, or missiles are effectively a slow recon. They have the same vision range. And I don't know how effective one health missile is going to be versus a aircraft. Probably not great. And I don't know what 4 infantry they're picked up by the recon. Probably does at least 10% damage. Gets machine gun down there, so interrupts his own capture for that. Missile could be brought back to a city to get some repairs. And then could be pushed forward. Don't know how effective that would be. That is an Olaf missile, not the Max missile, so it has full range and firepower. Neither side has gone for their safe comm tower just yet. A mech would be great to deal with it. Of course, once the mech is split out there, the recon could anti-air fall back onto the comm tower. So the mech have to gauge them from open ground. Of course, Max's mechs do not get additional firepower bonuses. Tank infantry. Infantry, tank. Does interrupt the capture there and totally stops it. This capture may go forward. But both sides have only one comm tower at the moment. Now some missiles getting pretty low in fuel. Right now, Max or Olaf has 14,000 income. Max will have 18,000 income and trying to get a threat for the comm tower. So Max has pretty good capture game so far. Does the time to put a shot there onto the missile, or not missile, pipe scene. Anti-air, tank, and infantry. Does put some rounds of infantry there. Recon gets struck. Recon will get finished off. Recon will start reconnaissing. He tries to capture the comm tower. Very nice. Max has a number of tanks down south. Anti-air, tank, infantry. Does strike the recon there. Battlecopter, infantry, tank, and infantry. First battlecopter on the field. Max battlecopters, of course, get additional plus troops and firepower. It's all direct units, barring foot soldiers. So submarines also get affected by it as well. And there is a seaport on this map, so you can deploy submarines. Not necessarily you should, but I'm just saying you can. Does interrupt the capture entirely. Get some good strikes there. Max does have his max force available. Olaf is somewhat close to Winter Fury. Max needs +1 movement range. Then the max force will be excellent, not to mention extra firepower. Battlecopter. Some rounds there. Another battlecopter, infantry. Max force activated. Let's see how well it gets utilized. I think, yeah, this one's, looks like it was already in range, but it needs at least has extra firepower. Takes out the recon. Tank strikes tank. Gets some good shots there. Tank finished off infantry unit there. This tank, of course, can strike this tank. Anti-air push forward. Infantry recon. Max goes for double recon, saves a lot of funds. He may be eyeing for a Neo tank. Don't think a Mega tank would be useful. What aircraft does this map allow? Oh, Black Bomb and a Stealth Bomber. So it could be for stealth. I don't think it's going to be for Black Bomb. Black Bombs are generally pretty despised. They're more of a high funds unit. Because I think it's hard for them to get the value back in a standard funds game. High funds, they can do very well. But sometimes just breaking through a wall with a single black bomb is all you need. Battlecopter, tank, infantry, base skip. 33,000, so you can afford pretty much everything. Good strikes there. Winter Fury will be deployed out next turn, so that's a problem as well. So whatever he deploys out this turn, it will be receive repairs, which so maybe a good idea not to go with anything too expensive. But he basically sort of half spent last turn. I think he has to do a full spend this turn, or else he'll fall too far behind. Recon strikes pipe scene. Battlecopter, tank, recon. So he captures funds up high, allows him to get another back up to 33,000 next turn, barring the day-to-day repair. Excuse me, repairs. A lander could help out a mega tank in the center of the map quickly. And here comes the Winter Fury. Good strikes there. Max has 22,000 income. Olaf has 21. Tank, anti-air, infantry. Pipesing does get struck there. Infantry, and bomber. So that's what Max eyed for. So he has another deployed bomber, which drops miniature nuclear warheads. And the missile is all the way back up north. Getting that missile repaired on up could be quite nice, though it would be expensive. Maybe some sort of magical amount of health that can get to one-shot battle copters, which could be quite nice. I don't know the exact damage of the missiles off the top of my head. It's usually just pretty high. He spots the missile on top of the city there at 3 health, and knows it'll be at 5 health next turn. Now that Max Force deployed in the field, has very little power charge left over. Takes out the anti-air in one shot. Of course, he had spotted it with the bomber of the anti-air. So now Max will get a second comm tower going. And Max's anti-air up here is wounded. Tank, and tank. Triple tanks. Missile strikes the battle copter, he knowingly entering its range. So it took quite a bit of damage there for free. You'll get the 7 health next turn. Does get trapped there. Tank, and infantry. Tank does get a good strike there. ATR will take out the battle copter and interrupts the capture there. Takes the pipe scene out while at it with the bomber. Very nice. Infantry, ATR, infantry, battle copter. I am curious a little bit. Let's see. It looks like needs 8 health to one-shot a battle copter a bit more reliably. Or very reliably. So it can wait next turn. Maybe paired up by a black boat, but his black boat's way down here. Yeah, the 1 health battle copters is adequate, I would say. Plus of his Winter Fury. Ape's probably pretty liable trying to engage 8 health battle copters with less than full health. So I think the anti-air, the missile is healed up enough to push on forward. Goes to the forest there. Olaf has another deployed mech there. Max can fall back to comm tower for extra defense, and it's a mech on top of the map there. He can simply counterattack it as well. But we do have now this comm tower being secured by Max. Oops. Capture that first. Capture that first. He made the mistake of not capturing first, because a lot of that stuff could have been, that battle copter should have been one-shotted. He has kept now got Winter Fury available, and it's not going to go for Max Force. Remember as well, bombers in snow remove half the speed, so can be pursued by the anti-air. Just gotta be a bit careful. And looks like this battlecopter is in vision range. It's knocked out there. And there's the Winter Fury. Good shot there. Mech does finish off the anti-air. Tank, anti-air, infantry. And Max could go for superpower next turn, or this turn. Olaf ends turn 119, Max starts with 86. Of course, his fighting through the winter means reduced movement speed, particularly for air units. And now this bomber could not escape the anti-air, but will get struck there first. Those anti-air could be ranged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, the bomber is out of range of that anti-air. Max Blast is now available. Get some good damage there. Tank will strike tank. Tank will also strike tank, giving Olaf some power charge and 0 for max. Strikes that tank there, spotted by the black boat. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Full max blast now activated. It's +2 movement range as well as a bit of extra firepower. A little bit more than a bit. I go flip there. Bomber has pulled back slightly, and the Neo tank is straightforward. ATR infantry tank. It's 419, also 415, so pretty even at the moment. Alright, flip some properties. Does not stop at capture there. ATR restricted battlecopter. If your unit does not take out that battlecopter. Good shots there. There's a lot of holes in these units there. Neotink could try taking out one of these anti-airs, but if the full health one connects to the bomber, it's done for. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Neotink strikes regular tank. Bomber decides to attack the anti-air directly, and since it's max, his extra firepower allowed him to one-shot that anti-air. So it's got to be pretty close. Actually, no, it was actually quite reasonably easy for him. I suppose there's 2 comm towers on the map, so that was a lot of extra firepower there. That's part I probably overlooked. Recon, battlecopter, tank, infantry. Okay, saw that tank there, and the infantry unit there. Decides to put a sack the anti-air there to wound the bomber. Very nice. The missile is advancing, ready to shoot down civilian airliners. Of course, it's on top of a city, so the bomber could strike it if it has vision range. Though there's an anti-air in the forest as well. And the missile did manage to get repaired to full health. That was the original missile from the start of the map, which started the game with 1 health. Loads the infantry up inside of the black boat. And does get in range of the missile there. Winter Fury is now available. Neotank's vision range is so poor, it cannot see the Neotank 2 tiles away. Anti-air infantry. Winter Fury there, and the missile can strike the now pretty much civilian airliner. Stop that unit there. Missile strikes the bomber. Doesn't have anything to really stop this Neotank there. His Neotank's a bit far away. I've seen does take a strike there. Another Neotank infantry. Olaf has 22,000, so does max. He has 25,000 funds in the bank, so he could go for another bomber or Neotank this turn. He has the missile spotted. Decides not to attack the missile. Probably worried of it being bait, which at right now, not too many targets left for the missile. Does stay out of range, even it's out of vision range. Neotank just keeping back to the cities, just trying to get a good defense position there. finish off that infantry unit there. Battlecopter probably pushed too far forward, but does have 2 tanks to support. So the battlecopter will likely be shot down. That was out of vision, of course. No longer out of vision. Tank. And tank. Couple good next strikes there on the pipe seam and finish off the battlecopter. The one of the next is now down to 1 ammo. Interrupts that capture. Tank, infantry, battlecopter. Olaf did capture profitably the last turn, so now it's 23 versus 21. Recon will strike the infantry unit there and there. Takes time to pop max force, getting additional firepower and +1 movement range. Battlecopter strikes the missile. And ATR will strike the missile as well, giving Olaf some power charge there. And does spot both those Neo-Tanks. This Neo-Tank, of course, can get a first strike on the Neo-Tank, but it will be then counter-struck by another Neo-Tank. Max has 2 Neo-Tanks in the field now. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. ATR will strike battlecopter. Tank will strike infantry. Neo-Tanks get some good strikes there. Neo-Tank, recon, infantry. Recon does get trapped. Tank infantry gets boosted its way forward. Battlecopter infantry, recon, and infantry. So it's like I got 3 Neo-Tanks for Olaf, 2 Neo-Tanks for Max. Winter or Blizzard's now available, which can be useful to slow down your opponent. Well, it's only pretty much good if your opponent has a massive number of aircraft, but it'll cut the opponent's movement speed in half. Well, everything else is basically slowed down by 1 tile. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Got another bomber by Max. Insert 161, Olaf starts 179, so Olaf has an advantage. Neo-Tank, command strike Neo-Tank there from a city. Does interrupt the capture there. Battlecopter will strike Neo-Tank there, softening it up as well. And Olaf goes for another Neo-Tank. Takes a battlecopter. Neo-Tank gets sacked, allowing for max force for a counterattack. First strike there. Takes up that Neo-Tank. ATR will take out the battlecopter. Winter Fury is now available. Battlecopter strikes battlecopter. Looks like Max going to try to close the game now. Will this be enough? He's making some good progress there. Picks up a lot of stuff there. 22 to 26 units. And insert 30 units there, 143,000 field. Olaf starts turn for 22 units and 137, so the Winter Fury is going to equal that quite significantly. Down to 111,100, I think. Did I say too many ones? Or many ones? Neo-Tank will strike Neo-Tank there, takes it out. ATR hit ATR. Battlecopter pushing forward, counterattack with tanks there, interrupt the capture there as well. Neo-Tank strikes tank there, and with that, Max has resigned his hand grade, saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.